to ROFLcast Uncut, episode 45, where worlds collide.
And we find out what the dangly thing in the back of your throat is called.
Now, what is that called?
It is called my penis.
Of course it is.
Ah.
That was bad.
That was okay. Listen, from now on, when we record, I'm going to stand up the entire time.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk around like I'm fucking someone who stands up a lot.
I don't know if that's a very effective way to record ROFLcast.
Well, I mean, I can't read the screen, so that's going to suck. We'll lose all the information, but we'll keep up the high energy dynamic. I feel good today.
You feel good?
Well, I shaved, which is rare.
It is rare for you to shave.
It's share that you waved in this day.
It's been a long day.
That you raved, actually, would make more sense. Why was your day long?
Why was my day long?
They call me day long.
God. My day was long because I didn't go to sleep till about 4, which I'm just going to blame you for.
4 a.m.?
Yeah.
Gadzooks!
What were you up
on
until
school nights?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
The same thing you were doing, Achilles.
Masturbating.
No, that was at 4:30. At 4, there was actually...
Mine was at midnight, 1:30, 2:15.
How did you do that between games of StarCraft 2?
I wasn't doing it between games. You're like, hey, Achilles, cannon rush. And I'd be like, okay, but I'd be like, just give me a minute. You guys thought I was really into the game. We
all thought you were.
And when I see people die in that game, I start to jerk off.
Yeah, you're
when
like,
when I see a cannon rush work, I just start tugging.
It's time to go.
I'm in and out for masturbation like in about 12, 15 seconds.
Now that's a quickie, man.
I could be that quick if I wanted to.
That's pretty insane.
If I'm hard, I can get myself off damn near instantly. Also when I'm soft. Also when I'm with a woman, unintentionally. All these things happen. It's not great. How many times do you masturbate in a day? Say you had a day off. Would you procrastinate? Meaning you have shit to do, but you're like, fuck it, I'm going to masturbate instead. Procrastibation.
Procrastinate.
Yeah. That's a new word. You heard it here first. ROFLcast Uncut.
Would I put off the shit that I need to do in order to masturbate?
Or masturbate if you're going to be classy about it.
I thought everybody already did that.
Yeah, but how many times do you do in a day? How many times do you do it?
How many times do I procrastinate, or how many times do I masturbate in a day?
Well, I mean, I don't think all the times you masturbate is because you're avoiding something else. It could be. You're like, I don't want to deal with life. Time to jerk off again.
Yeah.
But yeah, how many times do you masturbate in a day? On an average day. Do you do the early morning tug? Some people get tired after they jerk off, so they don't do it right in the morning because it kills their energy for the day. Some people do it in the shower in the morning as a kind of little pick-me-up. Yep. Some people do it in the bathroom at lunchtime at work.
Yep.
Just because. It's been a stressful day. Yep. It's midday. You're about to have lunch. You're going to relax. Time to wind down. All right, kind of ease this one out before I go back to work. That seems like, actually, that's the most reasonable assessment of masturbation I've heard so far. Yeah. Of all the things that I've suggested. When do you masturbate? I want you to be completely honest about this.
It depends on the day, man. It depends on the day. Sometimes I won't do it at all. Other times it could be 3 times. Could be 5 times.
Okay, I don't count the amount of times. Are you counting the amount of times you ejaculate, or the times you actually touch your wiener?
Because why would I touch my wiener if I'm not going to ejaculate?
No. Not, like, listen, when it comes down to a sit-down session with good old Achilles over here, my warrior madness comes in. When I come, I maintain an erection. That just happens. Ask any girl who slept with me. All right?
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. I just call up and be like, listen, Mrs. Lamont.
Hey.
Does Achilles... Mrs. Hollywood. No, it's not. Mrs. Hollywood. Does Achilles maintain erections after climax? Yes, he does. Apparently, she's a black woman from the South. And
apparently.
That's what she sounds like. Oh, yeah, he sounds like that. Yeah. He keeps his bone all the time.
I touch myself like 20 times a day, but I might only ejaculate once.
No, I ejaculate many times as well. I reach multiple orgasms.
Yeah.
But when I sit down for a session, I don't jerk off, jizz, and I'm done.
Yeah.
No, I go a few rounds.
Okay.
You know, I'm like a boxer. I need at least 12 rounds to be considered, a good opponent.
At once?
Yeah.
You'll sit down and be like, all right, I've got an extra half an hour. I'm going to tug 5 out.
I don't never time them because I'm not sure how long the warm-up session's going to be.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the warm-up session's the best part.
Yeah.
Just exploring the world of the different tabs open of porn.
Yeah.
You're
it
on
could be fun.
Spankwire, you're on Bang Bros, you open up a few tabs.
Jizz Hut, porn.
Wow,
there's a lot more than that.
There's a world I've never heard of. We'll have to talk after the show. Is it gay when guys talk about masturbation?
No.
Because we're not jerking each other off.
Definitely not.
We are masturbating right now. We're watching each other masturbate. But that's because
I'm not.
Because we're blood brothers, and it needs to
that makes it okay.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. It's part of blood brothers. So they always remember the part where you cut your hands and put your blood together and drink it. Do they drink it? They drink it. But they never.
I don't know the etiquette. I'm sorry.
They don't mention the part where you have to masturbate in front of your friends in the hot tub. That's normal.
I was completely unaware of that. Didn't know that was normal.
I really forgot what we were talking about. Oh, okay.
Masturbation.
Yeah, I understand the topic. I just don't know what part of the topic we were on. Yeah, when you're taking out, you don't just like you jerk off, you come, and then you're done.
Yeah.
It's over for you.
Yeah, I'll take a break. I'm good.
How quick is that? That was like 5 minutes.
No.
You don't need to, but you light candles and have foreplay and shit?
No. Just need a little more lead up than whip it out and tug it out.
I don't know, man. I can
like if I haven't jerked off for a couple days, then it's pretty quick to get one out.
I think I like reaching, like I like the journey. Don't get me wrong, the hero's journey is amazing.
Journey is half the fun.
Yeah, it is. But the climax of the film is what I'm really waiting for. And it's like when I treat porn the same way I do action films.
I thought you were going to say women. Sorry.
Yeah, I cut to the good parts.
Okay.
I jump right. When I'm watching, if I download On Back 3, I'm not going to sit there and be like, I wonder if he finds his elephant. Actually, that was Tom Mangoon.
You're like, I didn't actually watch Pirates. I just skipped all the scenes.
Yeah,
Who the fuck actually watched Pirates all the way through? Honestly?
I know, who was like, I wonder if Randy Spears is going to get a ship back. No one asked that. Everyone's like, wow, Brie Olsen and Devon are doing a 3-way scene. I'm in.
There we go. Yeah, they're like...
those are names, right? Those are porn stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not great with the names. Because if they have names, I'd have to treat them like people. God, I'm joking. If there are any porn stars listening, contact us.
We'd love to do an interview.
Yeah. With my uvula, which is a dangly thing in the back of your throat. That's what it's called. You know what? I always thought uvula was a part of the vagina. Not gonna lie.
It's the vulva.
We're gonna go into the vagina after we talk about masturbation. So when it comes to masturbating, you'll sit down. Like, how much time do you use as your lead up until you come?
It depends. It's always different. It's never the same.
You never pace yourself. Like, I want by the time this movie's over, I just kind of roll with it. You're more like jazz, you never know when it's going to begin and end. Or is that more of a pop song? I'm verse, bridge, and over.
That's a bad pop song.
Yeah.
Verse, chorus, bridge.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Chorus.
The chorus is the tangling of the balls.
No, it depends. Like, sometimes if you're like in a rush to go somewhere, do something, and you just want to tug one out, you get one out real quick.
What is with masturbation that when you describe it, you have to do the hand action?
I wasn't trying. I was going.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, what is it about masturbating? You ever like, I'm making pancakes and start flipping and stuff? It's like, yeah, I just woke up and went for a run and start miming a run. You never do that.
No.
But if you talk about masturbation, you always do a little wanking action.
Yeah. And so what do the girls do then?
A little double click the mouse.
That's what all they
click the mouse. Yeah. No, usually what they do is they show them opening a container of an 18-inch dildo and shoving it in their vagina. So like, yeah, I do some masturbate to get really bow-legged, like they're about to get on a really wide horse.
Man.
And they take it so they're holding like basically what looks like a didgeridoo and trying to shove it into their vagina. And that's every time I ask a girl about masturbation, that's the exact hand. We do a little like sling of the wrist, a little half fist. That's what they do every time I've asked a woman. Every single woman I've asked.
That's exactly what they do.
That's exactly what they do.
That's their version of tugging one out.
Yeah, is using a didgeridoo-sized phallus. Phallus, let's call it phallus.
Okay, didgeridoo-sized phallus.
You were gassy today.
A little bit.
A lot of bit. I don't want to be at the position where you're comfortable enough to fart in front of me.
Oh.
I think all guys are comfortable enough instantly with other dudes. I'm gonna shit my pants right here. They don't even give a fuck.
I'm not gonna shit my pants, but
like, you know what I mean. They're like, they have no fucking qualms about it. I don't want to be in that position.
No, you don't want to be that.
I'm not a gassy person.
Okay.
I do fart.
Yeah,
it happened. It's happened.
Yeah, you're human.
Yeah.
I think.
Or are we dancers? Little killer joke for you, for pop song fans. But I'd never want to be at that position where I fart in front of people. I don't even mind farting in front of people. I'll say it. If it's guys, I'm like, I farted, fuck you. But I don't like the smell. I don't like even the act.
I don't think anybody enjoys the smell. They're like, I can't wait till I fart so I can really get this one.
Everybody likes their own brand.
You should come to the recording studio sometime with like 8 guys working on a record, drinking beer.
They shit right there.
Doing nothing but staying up till like 6 in the morning, working on records and eating fast food.
Does fast food make you gassy?
Definitely.
I don't know.
You eat enough of it? Fuck.
I don't eat a ton of fast food though.
Yeah.
My last time I had fast food.
You eat really well, so.
I eat decently well. I cook a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's very good. I'm a cooker.
Save a lot of money.
Yeah. Also gain a lot of weight.
Well,
you can't have leftovers.
You come over, you cook me dinner, and I'll eat it, and you watch.
I actually watched you make dinner today, and it was amazing. You got an old pizza box from on top of the counter. You throw on a couple.
It was in the fridge. It was in the fridge.
Grabbed some Ichiban, threw it into the pot, watched it, stirred around a little bit, and took a bite. And grabbed a bag of sugar snap peas. Interesting dinner. Yeah.
I like variety. Okay?
Keep in mind, you're the thin one.
I am the thin one.
But I had vegetable lasagna tonight.
Yeah.
It
sounds pretty tasty.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the whole wheat noodles. I did layers of vegetables, and then I made my own tomato paste from tomatoes from our garden.
Nice.
And layered with bocconcini cheese on the top, and it was delicious.
See, I don't have a garden. I don't have a house. I don't have a reason really to cook or make
You
dinner.
do have a reason to cook. It's healthy, and women love that when men can cook.
No, I can cook. I can make certain meals.
Yeah, but you also practice makes perfect. You know what I mean?
Well, and I'm not saying that's not the case, but when it comes down to it, I'm a fucking single guy. I live on my own.
With your roommates, yeah.
I have roommates, but they're not here right now. You know, so it's very much an inconvenience to try and make a fucking dinner every night.
It's better though.
Man.
Would you rather have for dinner Ichiban noodles like we had, or like
dude? How often do I even eat at home?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I barely eat at home. I usually eat out.
I think there's something zen-like in cooking.
Oh, definitely. And I enjoy. I do enjoy cooking. You're not saying that I don't, but it's just difficult for me to want to spend the fucking time and energy to make, and even to try and make it justifiable, you have to make a large amount, and then you're stuck eating the same fucking thing for
I'm
like 5
for a
days.
single guy. It's tough.
You know, that's why we just need to become roommates, and then you can eat everything.
I'll eat everything? You can just say it. All right, it's like, I'll make the food, you'll just eat it. That's what you do. You're a big fat chubby piece of shit.
Whatever. I'm fucking
eat all the
smoking
food.
half a pack of cigars right now. It's
what
bad
the balls is wrong with you? How can you go through that many?
I'm not smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, but still, like, every time. Okay, well, basically, what we're trying to get at is the reason we're up till 4 a.m. was information. Yeah, I remembered.
Yeah.
I remembered how we got on this thread.
Oh, come around full circle.
How much time are we in?
I could check that. You want to have a quick look, see to see how far.
I'll keep talking. You take a look how long we're in. So the reason we're up till 4 a.m. is because we're playing
12 minutes.
We had 12 minutes of masturbation talk.
And some food talk and a little uvula talk.
I talked mostly about masturbation. Let's say 10 minutes of masturbation talk. Yeah. That's amazing. I don't think people think 10 minutes. That's not very long. That is a long time to spend on one subject.
On masturbation.
Yeah, or procrastibation, if we will.
Yes.
Is it cool if I hold my mic like this? Does it still work?
You can hold your mic however you want as long as you talk into the front of it.
Into the front of it?
Yeah.
I'm like holding like I'm a rock star, like I'm singing.
Yeah.
We were playing StarCraft 2. We've been playing a lot of StarCraft 2.
A lot of StarCraft 2.
And we play with our buddy Asim Chin, who's an artist.
We're talking like 70 hours here.
Oh, we're not that bad.
Yeah.
Please don't discuss this further. I'm never going to get laid again. Because the woman that wanted to sleep with me listen to this.
Yeah.
Never.
She's like, I listen to your ROFLcast. Are you a big nerd?
I don't think... Actually, no, it's coming late. I have a funny story about getting late. After these messages. So we've been playing a lot. We play with our buddy Jake, or Hugsy as his name is. Our buddy Asim Chin, who's an artist. You can check... We'll post his YouTube page up. No, we should have him in for ROFLcast.
Sure.
That's a great idea. Yeah. Well, dude, that'd be awesome. He does like we do like a live recording of ROFLcast.
Sure.
And then he fucking plays songs. We'll do a little coffee shop. It'll be nice. And we play with Curtis Becker, another good buddy of ours.
Yeah.
Who else do we play with?
That's the main. That's the main.
Yeah,
core.
yeah, that's the main group. And then a guy named Solson, a guy named Eden. That's his actual name. And I was like, when I saw his name was Eden, I was like, you ever get bothered that your parents gave you a girl's name? He's like, it's not a girl's name. I'm like, okay. This guy's gone 24 years of life without realizing his name is a bitch's name. Either he's in severe denial or he's retarded.
Or both.
Because, like, I don't know. There's lots of dudes with girls' names. Like, first of all, I dated a girl named Jamie. That's a dude's name.
It's a dude's name as much as it's a girl's name.
Want to hear something fucked up?
Sure.
She's a dumb whore. No, I'm just kidding. The fucked up part is that my male role model growing up, like the person that kind of like my brothers were a lot older than me. They moved away and my dad was working on township. So I was around a lot of broads growing up. And one of the guys down the street, like if they're like family friends, the older son, they're kind of like, yeah, do manly things, don't be a little bitch. He helped me man the fuck up. I could have turned out like Adil, our buddy Adil, who's a huge gay. He's not actually gay, but he's very effeminate. I could have turned out like him if it wasn't for this dude. This guy's name, Jamie. The same name I would say during sex. Think about creepy. That. It's really fucking weird. Yeah. This guy was like an older brother to me, and I had to say his name during sex. Even weirder. My sister dated a dude with a very, very similar name to me.
Yeah.
It was one vowel off.
It would have been funnier if you dated someone with your sister's name.
I could never do that. I've literally met hot girls with the same name as people in my family. Can't fucking do it. Because like, I see them, I just like vomit. And I remember... I'm actually, one of my sister's friends had the same name as her.
Yeah.
And I met her back when I was good looking, and I was like, oh man, I want to nail this broad. Then I just like, I really thought about it, and like, I can never do it. I can never do it.
No.
As much as you want to nail your sister's hot friend, there's porn sites dedicated to that, naughtyamerica.com. Wow, I know way too much about that. It's been a lonely couple. No, it hasn't. Who am I kidding? I could never, ever do... Listen, first of all, there's two things going against them. If they're friends with my sister, they make bad life decisions. Like that's just bad news to begin with. Second of all, if they have a name that even remotely sounds like anyone in my family, like I can't touch that. How do you say that name during sex? How do you do that? Like you can not say the name, but you fucking know it's there. Yeah, you know what I mean? And usually I forget the girl's name while we're banging, so I say darling a lot. God, I just revealed myself. Oh, yeah, not babe. I don't say that to girls whose name I forget. I say it more as an affectionate thing. But look at the girl from Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. Her name is Gemma Atkinson, or whatever it is. It starts with an A. It has a bunch of vowels in it.
Sure.
Gemma, same name as my mom.
There you go.
Too fucked up.
Yeah, you're gonna get on that?
I can't. If I had the opportunity to sleep with the hot chick from Prince of Persia, and Clash of the Titans, I couldn't do it.
But what if your mom's
What's your mom's name?
Jessica Biel.
If my mom's name was Jessica Biel, I'd be weirded out because her name is Jessica Biel, and that's definitely not a Caribbean name.
But I'm just saying, the example I'm trying to say, if somebody was that good looking and they wanted you,
I don't think Jessica Biel's that hot.
Okay, well then fucking pick some chick
I don't know what it is.
Really
Listen, I understand she's good looking and she has an amazing body, all that jazz. But she doesn't do it for me.
I'm just using her as an example.
I don't know what it is.
Pick a different girl.
We need to talk about this. We were coming back to the subject about why Jessica Biel doesn't turn me on.
Okay.
Was that my... Yeah, it was my voicemails.
But let's talk about a different girl that you think... What if she had the same name as your mom?
Look, I just gave you an example. The girl from Clash of Titans has the same name as my mom. I can't do it.
I thought you said Prince of Persia.
And she was in Prince of Persia too. Jesus. What's your mother's name? What's your mother's name?
My mother's name is Shirley, so it's pretty easy for me.
Shirley Temple. There's lots of those.
I'm not too concerned.
Yeah, that is not a... Well, Gemma's not a common name.
That's true, but it's more common than Shirley in our generation of like...
Really?
Yeah.
I know of two Gemmas, Atkinson and Atkerson. One is a model, and the other one is the actress, who is also a model.
I went to school with a girl named Gemma.
Fuck you did.
I totally fucking did.
Or was she British?
Actually, her parents.
Yeah, it's a British name. It's a British name.
Weird. I never thought about that.
We're not British, but
I was like, wait a minute. Actually,
my real first name is Jewish. I mean, like, my sister's name is Gaelic. My mother's name is British. My father's name is Kenyan. Like, we all have really fucked up names. But yeah, Shane is really exotic of a name.
Oh, yeah.
Not at all.
Really exotic.
If you met a girl named Shirley and she was like the hottest fucking broad in the world, and you wanted to slide inside that, and she was like begging you, she's like, oh, Pappy, put your Hollywood penis inside of me.
Apparently the hottest girl in the world to me is like a
Latino chick. Yeah, well, there's beautiful Latino women.
I'm not saying there's not, but apparently that's what I'm getting.
Well, you like the Latin flavor.
Basically, I'd be renaming them.
You're just going to change their name?
Yeah. So if their name was Shirley, I'd be calling them Cheryl.
Oh, okay. And they would have to just deal with it.
They just deal.
See, yeah, with
they'd be like, this is it. This is where we're going with it.
Jamie Lynn. I always call her Jamie Lynn.
Yeah.
I call her Peppermint or JL or Babies or whatever the fucking pet name was. Yeah, but I would never ever say Jamie during sex. Yeah. Ever. I couldn't do it. It would take me out of the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know a lot more guys named Jamie than I know girls named Jamie.
I don't like the name altogether. I just don't like the name.
You're not a fan?
Nah, I never liked that name.
No?
No. I mean, specifically now because she has it. But no, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Maybe before it was a little easier.
Yeah, yeah. No. Even before, I just never cared for the name Jamie. I don't like names like Brett or Jamie because it's ambiguous. And we had a girl in our class named Brett, and we had a guy in our class named Brett at the same time. One's really nice.
Brett
for
a girl.
Chick. Yeah, she was cool. She's a cool chick.
That's a really interesting name for a girl.
We kind of grew up together, and we didn't really talk much. And then she deleted me off Facebook.
Was it short for something else?
No. And then I was all upset. I'm like, who the fuck deletes me off Facebook, even though we don't talk? I read her blog. What the fuck? She traveled the world, wrote a blog. It was really good.
Yeah.
And it's linked to on ROFLcast, I think. And then I met her at a party again when I was up in Fort Mac filming a movie. And yeah, she was fucking just cool shit. She's a cool chick. Same as I always remembered her, and just, pretty, just cool chick.
So did she add you back to Facebook?
She said she would. Never did.
No.
It's one of those things that you get enamored by, right? My ass is so like fucking high strung that I keep a check on everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I always keep little tabs on everything. So for me, I'm like, that's a personal offense. But really, most people don't give a fuck about the online community, right? Like if we ever run into each other, we'd be like, hey, let's have a drink, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
We're good. The other dude, Brett Campbell, I should be using last names, whatever. I went to high school with him. Never cared for the guy. He was a douche though. He was a hockey boy douche in our school. He parted his hair in the middle like a big homo. And he ended up leaving to go some other school. But I just fucking hated that guy growing up. He seems like he was pretty decent later in life, but never dug that dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just, and the best part is he had a girl's name, so it was like fodder for me just to make fun of this idiot.
But I've known a bunch of people named Brett, and they were all guys.
All
I've
dudes,
never
huh?
heard Brett as a girl's name.
Huh.
Brit, maybe, short for Brit.
And Jordan can be a guy's or girl's name.
Yeah, or
Jordana, but yeah.
I had...
but Brett's older brother was named Jordan, and another brother named Marshall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are more common than...
I guess so. Marshall is still a little, like, out there, and Jordan's still,
You sure that wasn't a short for something?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
I can't even think of what the fuck it would be, though.
The other girl's Kelsey, and she has a very normal name. She's dating my buddy Trent.
Mm-hmm.
Also a normal name. Names are weird. Names are weird things.
Definitely.
But Shirley is a very old-timey name. How old's your mom?
In her 50s.
Okay, so she's not that old.
No. Well, my fucking dad's name is Murray.
Oh, wow. That's an old fucking name.
That's old names, right?
That's a 1930s
Like my uncle's name is Roger.
Wow.
I have another uncle with Donald.
Whoa.
Like, these are like...
very classic. That's like your grandparents, like, our friends' names, we're going to name our kids.
Yeah.
I would never name my kid
see, and it's
Hollywood or Dominic.
Now it's with names, everybody just goes really unique, but there are some names that always seem to just keep carrying through.
Christopher, John,
yeah.
Look up the
Jack.
most common names
John
that people
Smith.
have. John Smith, that's the most common name.
In North America.
Fuck you, that's the most common name.
It's gotta be John Smith.
No, there's no fucking way this John Smith. I know a John Smith. I know two John Smiths.
See?
No, that's not even fair.
It's gotta be. The most, I swear to God.
No, I'm checking this out.
I have no actual honest proof of
Jacob
this.
and like Isabella and Edward are now the most common names because of the fucking Twilight series.
Ugh.
Here, hold this for a second and talk. I'm looking this up.
All right, so he's looking up what are the most common names in North America.
In America?
You should look for first names. Or first full names, whatever.
Most common names in America. We're just Googling this right now.
Smith. There you
these
go.
Are surnames from the 1990 census. That's the 1990 census. Fuck that. Actually, let's look at the 1990
James
census.
Smith. Those are the
Wow,
two number
you are
ones.
not
John
kidding.
Smith is number 2.
John Johnson. I know a guy named Aaron John Johnson. Now that Aaron Johnson's famous for the movie Kick-Ass, and I know a guy named Aaron Johnson, it's always very weird to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Smith, Johnson, Williams, Jones, and Brown are the most common 5 last names. This is crazy. The other ones are Davis. I never met anyone with the last name Davis. Miller, I know. Wilson, I know. Moore. I was in love with this girl with the last name Moore. Yeah.
2 O's, yeah. And Taylor, that's pretty common.
But then I was sleeping with a bunch of her friends, so she was not happy with me. Okay, here's a weird thing. Say you're dating a... I don't know. No, this was like 5 years ago. Fuck it. No, I'll say it.
Okay.
If you're kind of courting a girl and she's friends with your ex-girlfriend and your ex-girlfriend have been on and off, you guys are like still fooling around and stuff.
Okay.
The minute you start like flirting with the new girl and there's a prospect, you have to break up with the ex-girlfriend. Like, no more sex, because I might be dating your friend soon.
Depends on how
Especially
much
if
you
you're-
care about this ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, like, oh, Jesus Christ, only you. If you care about them, who are you?
I apologize.
Keep in mind, I was like 17 at the time. I was a young dude, and
Yeah.
my libido is and
okay, dude.
has
Okay,
been
number one,
strong.
you were in high school.
Right.
So, high school, fucking anything goes.
True that. But what if she's the one that got away? What if? So the minute you start fooling around with the new chick, you have to completely cut things off with the old chick. Is that the way it works?
The new chick is good friends with the old chick.
They're all four of them are best friends.
They're all best friends.
They out every day.
And you're going from one to the other. And were you dating the one seriously?
The other one we had broken up, but we were still fucking.
Okay. You'd broken up, still fooling around, kind of a friends with benefits thing. And now
Yes.
you're going to start banging her friend.
Yes.
So you're wondering how soon do you have to break it off with the old person after you start banging the new person?
Well, I'd say you haven't even banged the new person. You guys
Okay.
just fooled around.
Okay.
The first time you guys fool around, I think actually now in hindsight, that should have been the benchmark. I've been like, okay, this is a bit more serious than a little bit of flirting. Time to call it off with the ex.
Yeah. Should have been.
All right. Now I know. All right. The most common male names and female names in America in 1990 was James, John, Robert, Michael, and William. And then for women, Mary, Patricia, Linda, Barbara, and Elizabeth. I know
Wow.
one Mary and one Elizabeth. I've never met anyone else with those names.
Yeah, but
Actually,
okay,
I know
Liz. Think about Liz.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Liz. I know people with the
But you have to
middle name
also
Elizabeth.
you have to think about the simple fact of the matter is this is saying all females in America at 1990. This isn't newborn babies.
No,
or
I'm
anything.
not saying that because I
Yeah.
don't know a lot of babies that were born in 1990.
Oh,
Not
fuck,
exactly
we were
my net.
only
no,
born in the mid 80s,
oh, no, that's
man.
true.
You know,
Yeah,
so
that's, late 80s for me, but whatever. You're just way, way, way older. All right, so
yeah, the mid 80s versus
when you're
the
looking
late
this
80s.
shit up,
Oh.
late 80s is a different time, man. Disco was dead. When you're looking up censuses and shit, there we go, 2009. Okay, male name, baby names, Jacob. I'm one of
Oh, dude, okay, I'll let you finish the male names. There's top 10.
I have a story about this. I don't know if I told it before.
This is from the
There's
government
Jacob.
website in the U.S.
Yeah, Social Security. Jacob, Ethan. Weird name. I remember Ethan as the creepy dude from Buffy. Michael. Michael's always been popular. Alexander. Really, really good name. William.
Still up
let's
there,
just go.
yeah.
Let's do all the 10.
Yeah.
William. Joshua is number 6. 7 is Daniel. And I always hated that because it sounded like Danielle. 8 is Jaden. Weird. 9 is Noah.
Noah. Wow.
Yeah, and 10 is Anthony. Okay, so Anthony, I know an Anthony. I know a few Anthonys, and I know, Tony, Anthony. It's still like an older person name.
A little bit, yeah.
Tony's an older person name. Ant is what you probably call
Yeah.
him due to your age.
Totally.
Noah is fucking weird. Who the fuck is named their kid Noah?
I don't
How
know.
is this number 9 on this list?
And Noah's Ark's making a comeback.
There's hundreds. Yeah, it's like, you know what's really hot right now? Noah's Ark. I don't know why the gay person would tell you that because they don't accept the Bible. That's awful. Really, because Noah is like the most fucking obscure name. Literally, if it's in number 9, there's hundreds of thousands of people.
No,
with
yeah,
this name.
it would have to be that high.
Noah.
Yeah, Noah's up there.
Who are these people?
Not me.
Oh my god. Okay, so Jaden Smith. That's a popular name.
Yeah.
I guess because, Jaden. Daniel, always been popular. Joshua Tree.
Josh.
Josh is very popular. William.
Bill.
Will.
I'm surprised that's number 5.
I'm really surprised. Alexander's
I
kind of...
think, the one thing about William, though, I think a lot of people do the whole, like, naming their grandfather, like, their kid of their grandfather's name.
That
and
could be
was kind of like the generational
thing
thing.
come back. Alexander's an interesting name because I was supposed to be named Alexander. My name originally was Alexander.
If you were Alexander, we would call you Xander, not Alex.
See, this is the thing. It'd be either Alexander, but it could also be Lex.
That's true as well.
Which one would I be? There's parts
You'd
of
be
me...
Lex on the podcast.
Yeah, but there's parts of me that are definitely Xander-ish, like much like Buffy. I'm very, sarcastic and bubbly. But my take over the world attitude and my want to destroy everything that's different is very Lex.
It's true.
I don't know. I would prefer Lex as a stronger name, but I act more like a Xander. Never would I be an Al.
No.
Ugh, an Alex?
You
I'd
would not
kill
be an
myself. Michael. I know lots and lots of Mikes.
That's my middle name.
Is it? That's so mundane. All right. Ethan.
Did you say that's so mundane?
Yeah.
You
And then Jacob. Jacob like Twilight.
Yeah.
Jake is a good name, though. Because our buddy's named Jake.
Yeah.
Now, number one for female. Can you guess? It's Isabella.
No.
It's Isabella. Okay, here's the thing that bothers me about Isabella. When we were in high school, we do a fake marriage. I've talked about this before. We do a fake marriage, and you have to go through all the steps where you like, you get married, you have a fake baby you have to look after, you have to turn the key in its back, take care of it, all this shit.
I think
it was a robot baby. Yeah, we did.
Last week, yeah.
Yeah, so you had this robot baby. I wanted the girl's name as Isabella because I like the name Belle, and when she's little, we can call her Izzy. But after reading Twilight, it's really shit on the name for me. It's like, what was it? Like the name Stacy I always really liked, but after past experience, I fucking hate that name now. You know? A name like I don't know. What's another girl's name? Jennifer.
Yeah. What about it?
I'm sure you would have loved that name before. Now you probably fucking hate it.
No. There's a lot of people named Jennifer.
All right. All right.
I don't associate my,
I don't know what a name always reminds me of somebody that I know with a name. Mm-hmm. So that's the whole thing. I can't sleep with anybody who's the same as anyone in my family. Luckily,
very visual thinker
people in my family. Oh yeah, totally. People in my family have very weird names because they're foreign. All right, so Isabella's number 1. Emma is number 2. I know a cat named Emma who broke my phone. Olivia is number 3. Weird, because
Olivia.
When I decided that I hated Isabella because of the Twilight novels, I decided what's another name I really like? Olivia, because I love olives. I think it's a really cute name for a young girl. And then I could call her, like, if she gets older, I must call herself Liv, I guess.
Yeah.
But Olivia is just a good name. And the name of the girl on Fringe is Olivia, which I love. Love that show. So Olivia, and now it's number 3. Now I don't want to do it because I don't want my kids to have a very common name. Have you ever thought about baby names?
Definitely not.
Oh, me neither. That'd be weird.
I steer clear.
Sophia, also another name I really, really like.
Sophia?
Yeah, I named a character in my book Sophia, weirdly enough. Wow, this is Ava. Sounds similar to my name. I like
These are kind of uncommon names, you know?
I dig them.
Oh, they're cool.
Emily, very old name. My ex-girlfriend's little sister's name, Emily. Madison. I've met a couple Madisons along the way. I've seen a couple Madisons along the way. Abigail, like Abigail Breslin.
Wow. Some of these are classic.
I know an Abigail, who I sometimes have sex with.
Cool.
Actually, I know a few.
Sounds
Abigails.
like fun.
Some go by Abby, some go by their middle name.
Yeah.
Chloe.
None of them go by Gail.
No. Chloe.
If you said you were doing a Gail, I'd be like, is she in her 50s?
Yeah, is she an older woman? I'd be down. Don't doubt it, man. Women, and when they're older, women are like wine, fine with age.
Yeah, you're like, I can't wait to find me a Bertha.
Yeah.
And a Meredith.
Meredith is good.
And,
where are you getting these from? That's amazing. Also, I like fine wine. I also like grape juice, which is a problem for me.
This has gone in an entirely different direction.
Oh,
Chloe.
Right.
Chloe,
also, Chloe Mortez, a very popular actress. And Mia.
Mamma Mia.
Or Maya. It's M-I-A, so it's Mia.
How would you spell Maya?
M-Y-A, like the artist, Maya.
Touché.
These are interesting names. Those are the lead female. How far in are we? Because I still have shit to talk about.
It's 33 minutes. You better keep going. This is the uncut.
People probably turned this off by now. I hope. Can we bleep out the last names from earlier? Could you go through and do that?
We can do it here.
You can do it in post, right? If you want me to do it, I'll do it.
No, we'll fucking do it after.
Okay, well, we still got to record the main. It's already 9.
Oh, yeah, no, we won't fucking do this editing today.
So there's a new McDonald's commercial with LeBron James and Dwight Howard. And it's kind of like a sequel or take or homage to
Space Jam.
Yes. I love that movie. The movie's so good.
So bad.
I Believe I Can Fly, Hit 'em High. That's an amazing soundtrack. God, I love that movie. Anyway, let's watch that movie sometime.
I'll riff on it, but
I really don't think I can watch it again because it might not hold up. There's a slight possibility
that it might not meet the expectations that it did when I was 12.
I watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit as soon as 5 years ago, and it still held up pretty well.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is fucking awesome.
I would fuck Jessica Rabbit.
Thanks for sharing.
Now for the commercial, LeBron James and Dwight Howard are both in it. It's what's dope about it is the fact that it has what the fuck is that? Oh, there's someone here. I thought there was like someone coming in. It was the exact noise you hear when aliens invade, but instead it was just your roommate invading.
It was.
Cool. How's it going?
Okay, so there's a McDonald's commercial with LeBron James and
Your
Dwight Howard.
roommate's name is Cassandra, also a very common name. My mini-me is named Cassandra, who I love. Okay, so there's this commercial, and it was a take on the mid-'90s commercial. We all saw when we were growing up.
Do you know a 3-foot short person named Cassandra?
What?
That's your mini-me?
Oh, that's so funny. No, she was like my second in command, sort of, growing up, and in cadets. And she was a lot like me. Like, she was an evil, mean person, except she was really thin and really hot and really nice, and I'm none of those things. No, she's very pretty.
All right, anyway, continue with this commercial that we haven't been able to get through.
So there was a commercial with Larry Bird and Michael Jordan in the mid-'90s where they're trying to, like, they're doing a shoot-off, and whoever wins gets the McDonald's. And they're like, all right, so off the backboard, around the neck.
It's kind of nostalgic. Yeah,
and so they do the exact same thing with dunks on this one. And at the end, Larry Bird walks in, picks up the McDonald's, like, thanks for the food, boys, and walks out.
Nice.
I'm like, what? That is awesome, because not only do they do the homage to, like, a commercial that sticks out in my mind in my youth, because I would only eat at McDonald's. I didn't like McDonald's growing up because I didn't make beef, but, like, I like them. So if they went there, I'll go there. Well, I mean, I was obsessed with Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal and Larry Bird and shit growing up.
Yeah. You had yourself some Nike pumps?
Oh, dude. Like, we were poor as shit for a while, right? Like, when I was growing up, we were poor as shit. And I wanted, like, Air Jordan so goddamn badly, but, like, $240 to get them. So I, like, waited forever.
Especially up there, too, man.
Yeah, and then it wasn't until we, like... I grew up from not poor as shit. That's such a terrible way to put it. We were like, I came from very humble beginnings, where it was like want not, waste not, where, you know, you get what you need and nothing above and beyond that.
Yeah.
And then when I became more indulgent as we got older, I was able to get them. I remember my first pair when I was 16. I still have them. Oh no, I was 14. I still have that pair of Air Jordans because I've wanted them for that long.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time to hold on to a pair of shoes from the 90s.
No, not the exact pair, obviously. My first pair of Air Jordans were the new Air Jordans that year, and I still have those Air Jordans. And the weird thing is, it's funny, because I got them, I think I was like 14, and I was 4'9" when I was 14. Like, when I went to high school, I was 4'9". I grew to 5'10" that year, and my shoe size went from a 7 to a 13 in a year. Like, it was
your
retarded.
parents must have fucking hated you that year.
Hockey hated me. Could you imagine the skates
dude, yeah, man.
No, it was probably over a span of a couple years. My feet grew crazy amounts. Like, it came to a point where we had to stop buying skates for me because it was too expensive.
Weight. Yeah,
because because I have flat feet, I have to get special skates made for me, and like it was just a fucking huge pain in the ass because it cost so much goddamn money, and it was crazy. But yeah, I have massive feet now. I have duck feet. So that's what, like, Michael Jordan meant to me as a kid. Now I look into these guys now, LeBron and, like, Dwight Howard. Like, these guys are crazy megastars now. And I know a kid's gonna see this commercial and he's gonna be like, "Wow, this is amazing," you know. And
then they're gonna see Larry Bird at the end and they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah. So is that a coach? Yeah, he's a coach. But I think it's so cool that they kept this legacy alive, and I love how they did that. And it's going to be broadcast was broadcast before the kickoff of Super Bowl XL 1V, whatever that is.
1V?
37, 34.
34.
I'm making up numbers.
No, I don't.
No idea.
I don't think LXL is
722.
Sounds great. Yeah.
MMN Roman numeral 2. There it is.
It's awesome.
And and it's funny because I posted this on my wall and on Facebook, and I had a girl who I know who's a nutritionist be like, "Oh, I hate it when sports stars star in McDonald's commercials." Understandably,
yeah.
But I mean, McDonald's, like anything, is a treat. You shouldn't have it all the time. It's not good for you. But doesn't mean you should never do it. Drinking's not good for you, and I've gotten wasted with that broad a million times. She's a fun drunk, though. I love drinking with her.
I love drinking with my nutritionist friend.
Yeah, and like I know 2 nutritionists, actually, weirdly enough. Yeah. I'm glad I shared that with you. So thrilled I shared that with you.
I'm surprised you're not skinnier.
Oh, that is so hurtful. Wow, my feelings. All right, that wraps up for ROFLcast forever. I'm gonna retire because, Jesus Christ, I don't even know how to respond to that. Man. For the first time in my life, I was speechless.
Sorry. No, I think I just
that was awesome.
I think I just pulled an Achilles.
That was really good. I'm not even upset. I'm impressed.
You ate the whole wheel of cheese.
Oh man. So I understand it, but like if you're gonna be, I don't know. I think it's okay if sports stars star in that. Now, to be fair, that did influence me to eat at McDonald's.
Yeah, when you were younger, you were
Yeah.
like, "Fuck yeah,
I'll eat at McDonald's.
MJ's doing it. I need me some cheeseburgers and fries."
Yeah, I started molesting kids super early. When it was legal for me because they're the same age, because I was a huge Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah, and then like you're a big Pee Wee fan, so you were jerking off in
theaters. Yeah. I didn't even have a penis when Pee Wee got caught for that. By the way,
You didn't have a penis.
I didn't have a penis until I was 13.
No,
No,
there's just nothing there.
I was raised as a woman. No, you know what I mean. Like you have a
Your
dick,
balls hadn't dropped.
you have a dick your entire life, but it doesn't reach any significance until you start using it, right?
Yeah.
The same year I started masturbating is the same year that maybe not the same year, but like, yeah, actually probably the same year. Started masturbating is the same year that I made out for pretty much, I guess, not kiss a girl, I've kissed a girl, but like made out for the first time.
Yeah.
First time I got a hand job, first time I got a blow job, and first time I had sex all in the same year.
I'm not even gonna ask.
No.
So, how fucking old were you?
14, yeah. 13 turning 14.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
Around that year span, I was like 13, 14 when it started happening. And Father O'Flannery just
But
made me
the way you
feel
explained
all of
it,
those things at once.
It sounded like you were like, well, it was July, I turned 13, and by fucking August, I had done all of these things.
I didn't have sex till I was
It's
14.
like, wow, you were in a place where there was a lot of whores.
Yeah, well, I grew up in Fort Mac, so yeah. I didn't have sex till I was 14, but I had, and now I think about it,
Yeah.
like I have friends' little sisters who are 14. I can't even fathom the thought of them touching anybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're babies. They are babies.
Yeah.
Oh my God. To think of like my friend's little sister, like even kissing another dude, it just drives me insane.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, you have to deal with this shit. When you're with somebody for a long time, you become part of their family, right? Mm-hmm. And then when their little sister, you meet them when their little sister's like 10, she's just a baby. And then you see them grow up into the teenage years. This is a huge amount of change. But in my head, it doesn't click, right?
Yeah, they're still the baby sister type of
Yeah,
thing.
to her, she'll always be like a little sister to me.
Yeah.
And then when we had to go like get her like tampons and shit, I lost my shit. I'm like, what the fuck? She's at least 10 years away from it. And like, nope, she's not. She like, and like, this is fucked up. I'm gonna share this with you. By the end of it, like, we had to go out shopping to get her some shit, and then we had to get her like underwear. Oh God, this is disturbing. And she was like saying, "Oh yeah, well her cup size is bigger than my girlfriend was saying that her little sister's cup size was bigger than hers." And
Wow.
and her fucking baby sister's a baby. It's just a baby. They shouldn't be wearing those things. And like, to me, like oh God, how do I explain this without sounding weird? It should be obvious that she's like grown into a woman, right? You should be able to look at her and be like, she's a young woman now, right?
Yeah.
She's 14, she's growing, or 15, you know, she's growing up as a young woman. But to me, like, I look at her and all I saw was a kid.
Yeah.
I can't see her as anything over 10. She's still that cute little girl who would watch fucking CSI at an unreasonably young age.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's all I'll always remember.
That's what it was, yeah.
And like, I wonder now, because I'm in that position, because I was the youngest in my family, I didn't grow up around a lot of kids. Although my little cousins, I always see them as my little cousins. I wonder if I see her in 5 years when she's 20.
Yeah.
If I see her and be like, yeah, that's still the little girl that I remember.
I don't know. You're gonna have to.
That's
see
fuck.
her
That's a weird thing to think about. You're the youngest too, right?
ROFLcast and
You're the youngest in your family.
yeah.
Yeah. So like, you didn't watch a lot of kids grow up, right?
No, I was the kid growing up.
Exactly. So it's tough for you to look at them and be like, oh, yeah, I can see how they grow and change. Like I think if you grew up around people as they evolve and you evolve, you come to terms that people change. But if you're the youngest and everyone's just always older than you, it's tough to see like that change. Although my little cousins, I'll always see them as babies to me, right? Because on my dad's side, they're all very, very young.
Yeah.
Well, do you have lots of like cousins that were that age and shit?
Right now, I only really have a very few cousins that are younger.
Do you
than
guys
me.
have a small family, like extended
No,
family?
pretty big extended family. Just not a lot of family that we ever hung out with had.
Did your dad do a
kids
lot
that-
of math kind of thing?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry. What were you saying?
No, like I've got lots of family, and like I've got lots of aunts and uncles and stuff. But out of all my aunts and uncles, either they're like my dad was the second youngest in his side of the family,
Right.
So you know, any of the kids that my dad's family, like my dad's brothers and brothers had, they're all older. Like they're all older cousins, and even on my mom's side, there's only 3 cousins that are younger than me. But even then, it's all within like maybe 7 years.
That's crazy.
Of younger than me. Like my youngest cousin that's younger than me is like, I don't know, a year or two younger than me, and the next one's like 2 years younger than that, and then 2 years younger than that.
Weird.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Well, here's a funny thing. My dad is the oldest in his family. My mom's one of the youngest in her family. Both come from huge families. And my mom's side, although she's the youngest, like all the siblings, like yeah, she's the youngest, so all the siblings are older than me. All the cousins rather. And on my dad's side, since he's the oldest, all his nieces and nephews, my cousins, are younger. I'm the oldest boy, at least. It's a really weird dynamic because either they're very, very young or they're way older.
Way older, yeah.
So it was kind of a weird dynamic. Well, actually, no, I had a lot of cousins in the same age group as me, within like the same 4 years of me, which is fucking awesome. Like, I think it's so important to have people, like kids the same age as you that you don't have to see every day, because like you can't always be friends with your brothers and sisters and shit, right? I'm living proof of that, right? I hate my sister. Love my brothers to death.
Yeah.
Hate my sister. She's so mean. But that might be just the relationship.
I hope she doesn't listen to.
I hope she does. She pretended she was an alien for a while and that she kidnapped my actual sister.
Yeah.
Brought me to tears. True story.
That was nice of her.
I'm just kidding.
So I think we should actually do ROFLcast. This has been a 45-minute uncut.
Can we cut some of this out? Well, I'll come back and edit this.
You can edit the shit.
Yeah. All right. Thanks everybody for listening to ROFLcast Uncut. Make sure you listen to the main podcast. Join us on ROFLcast.me. And until next time, we remain uncut.